Okay, hello. Right, we're back to tower networking. Didn't manage to get a stream tonight, so that's cool. Factorio will be tomorrow. Should be able to get a stream tomorrow for Factorio. But tower networking tonight. I think we've done like 2 floors on this run. So I also think I'm kind of in debt already. So I suspect the very first thing we're going to have to do is take a loan out so that we can onboard a new floor. I do think that what we have set up does work now. I'm not going to drink coffee immediately. We will just make sure that what we have is working. Make sure all of these guys have net addresses. I wonder whether I need to set a DNS server for that. Probably not, actually. So the way I was doing this one, we have a consumer router and we have a provider router. Plan being that all of my providers are going to come in on one router and all of my consumers are going out on the other router. I believe it's working at the moment. Everyone is on 100%. What I do want to try and do is minimize the traffic between these floor links. So I've got 2 floors on this one port, which does seem to be working. It looks like I have the PBX set up, so this guy should be happy. He's happy with everything. I have DNS server running. It's the DNS Lite, so that should be good. These guys are happy. Now, what was I going to say? Yeah, hopefully. Well, let's have a look at our money. We're on minus 776 at the moment. But by the end of this day, that should change. At the moment, we're going to earn 261, so that will reduce that balance. And I'm hoping that we actually end up earning a little bit more than that, because we do have a few hours left. Now we have a few messages in the inbox. That's an intro message. And we now have a Blade 10 available. I'm trying not to use those. Okay, perfect. So we didn't mark all of them as red. Okay. Let's just check our tower link, make sure our links are not being overloaded. This one is close. That's this port here. That link there is the one that's 12 out of 15 on the peak, but at the moment it's okay, so that's fine. And you can see I've got floor 2 consumer linked to floor 1, and then floor 1 is coming in there. So we have a router in place on floor 1 that is doing that for us. I believe this is just a straight link into the provider on floor 2. Okay, let's have a look at what else we can onboard or do. I'm happy to leave that at the moment. This is quite a big install size, so that's 12 storage to install this Padu V3. At the moment we're only using Padu V2. Or are we? Are we even using Padu V1? That's on this box here, so let's just watch that, or watch database. So we've got Padu V1. And that's... maybe we need to install Padu V2 on there. Will that work? Okay, that's the end of the day. That's why I have a debt warning. Padu V2 on database. No, so that needs more storage to install that. Fine, we'll just leave that as is. I'm not worried about the debt warning at the moment. So we have residential floor we can onboard, or a recycling floor. Let's get that floor on. I think what we'll need to do is take a loan out. It's interesting that the bigger the loan, the bigger the interest, but that's not usually how that works. Usually works the other way around. The bigger the loan, the lower the interest. I think I'm gonna need to take this 3,500 for now. Did that work? Do I have that money? I do, yeah. Okay, we do have that money. As you can see, we're going to make probably a decent amount today, but let's go up to floor 2, floor 3, and then I'll drink some coffee to slow stuff down a little bit. Now, what have we got here? We've got fun. Okay, now I believe I don't have a way to send this through floor 1 again, and I'm not sure that I'd want to, so we'll bring this down on its own port. But we've got... I didn't bring my debugger up. That's a problem. 1, 2, 3, but these are all over the place. So if I grab that, this is a long way. So 2,000 is going to take me to there, but that's going to be quite difficult. Can I put it there? That'd be 1,500. Can I go from there to there as well? That would be a 2,000. Okay. So looks like if we can, we need to get a shelf or a rack. One of these. Is that going to let me put that there? No. Perfect. Because that's in the way. Can I remove that? That would be nice if I could do that. Remove. No. Okay. Fun. So I think what we'll have to do is we'll just have to place one of these instead. We can put that there. Install. Oh, confirm placement. Right. Hopefully that's going to work. Now, let's order the basics that we need here, and the first thing we're going to need is UPS, right? So let's get a UPS, which I think is going to be this one. Don't think there's anything any cheaper. That is just a surge protector. So just get our UPS. Next, we need a router. Now we've got 4 things to connect up here. So that's not going to do it. I think we'll go with one of these again. Let's do that. Now power cables, I will get 2. Now the issue I'm gonna have is where, right, let's remove one of those and we'll get a longer one, because I think how far is that? Yeah, I think 500 might be just a little bit far to hook the UPS in. Okay, so that's that. Now the one thing is we don't have. Okay, I'm gonna have to hook into that one, or maybe that one. These are all consumers, right? I didn't actually check that. Yeah, they're all consumers. Right, Ethernet cables. So we want, this guy is going to need a 500. I think we said this one was going to be a 1500. Should we do that one as another 1500? I want that, make that a coloured one. That can be a 1500. And this one I think is probably going to be a 2000. Right, let's order that. And then I need to order another 1500 and we'll make that green. Just so that we know that it's our uplink effectively. Right, now I should go down and get my I'm gonna need to. Alright, let's go down and get our debugger. It's gonna take a while. And also to pick which one of these we want to link. BMBR. I'm just going to copy all of these. These will then show up on the clipboard up there. And we could link either of those. Okay, that's fine. Right, let's go down to. You need to stay up here. We'll go down and get our. Let's request that. We need our debugger. Yep, that's fine. That will just help us configure everything upstairs. I should probably get a cable here. How long is that? 1000. Yeah, let me get a 1000 green down here. Oh, it's a car. Right, let's go up to floor 3. We have everything that we need here, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Right, we'll throw that there. Oh, maybe I can sit that up there. That might work. Yeah, I don't. Oh, that. Yeah, so that won't actually do what I want it to do. we'll plug that in there. We'll plug that in there. Turn that on. We're going to use port 0 as our uplink. Should work. And then a 2000 to get the last one, right? Great. Right, so this is floor 3. And if we're hooked into... Right, so we're JBTX up here. So floor 3, JBTX. We're not actually hooked up yet downstairs, but that's fine. Right, let's see what we can do here. So we want to take this guy, 9085, for the sets, the network address as floor 3. I'm kind of doing this a little bit backwards, I think, because I suspect that it would probably be easier for me if I did like consumer producer first, rather than the floor. But alright, so that gives that address now. So now we just do root default via 0 on there to make port 0 the default route. Now port 1 goes to this guy. Now we need to plug in and give him a network address, or just set him up. Network address set, and he's actually floor 3, consumer 2 on 4387, and then net set. Yeah, that's right. DNS set DNS1 on consumer. Oh, what have I done? Next, DNS set DNS1 on just do 4387, and then turn off DHCP. So that guy should be all set now. And actually, so we need to do root add floor 3 consumer 2 via port 1. Now port 2 is going to be 1. Port 3 is going to be, which one's port 3? That's the phone. Port 3, I'm going to call that phone 1. Right, 3, and then consumer 3 via 4. So that should be all those Right, so now I just need to plug into these guys and configure them. So give him his floor 3 consumer 1 and set his DHCP and his DNS. Right. That's the first two set up. Should probably set the phone and how this is going to work. Badly, sure. I thought there was another port somewhere here. See, not. That's annoying. Just unplug that for now. It's UPS. That's its job, right? So then we do net address sets, floor 3, phone 1, on 16171. Gonna set DNS on that as well. And turn up DHCP. And that's everything we need to do on that. Get him back in. And now we have the final one to set. And this is floor 3, consumer 3. DNS set. Right, I think that should be good. Right, so all we then need to do is link the tower, or do the link between that port there and the bottom, so JBTX and wherever we plug in downstairs, and then we should have another floor onboarded. How much money did we spend doing that? About 1200. Might not just plug him in there. We had a cable. We did. Let's plug in there, and we'll go into port 2. So root, add floor 3 consumer. No, just floor 3 I think we need to do, because there's phone up there as well. 3 via 2 40 consumer route 1. And now we link HHSG. So floor 0 HHSG with floor 3 JBTX, right? That's what we said. Yep. Okay, so that should mean these guys are now working. That should work now. It said no DNS servers, but we've literally just added the tower link, so it says it's working. and it's consumed 1 use from Instant Flaming Biz. So I'm going to say that both of those are now working, which is cool. This guy's working as well. They don't need anything else. Cool. Now we could add the recycling center. That will automatically accept on day 7. Now I'm guessing if we were to actually just go slow, we would probably be in a much better position money wise, because we would be earning more money. But I think the way that I've done this, we probably have a much higher initial outlay. I need a sticky. We have a much higher initial outlay because we've got these 2 routers down here to try and separate the way the networks work. But yeah, no, I think that should be good for now. And as these guys use more stuff, they'll pay more as well. So I'm hoping that will, yeah, 290, and we're still 10 in the morning, so that number will go up. Right, let's take on the recycling center on floor 4. I'm not going to do this one yet because, yeah. Right, so this is going to be a provider. So depending on what link we want, either we don't need that anymore, so we want, what's this one called? Can I copy that? No, can't copy that. Close you then. So you are FGJA, that's fiber, or RVNQ is Ethernet. I'm not going to pick which one we're going to use yet, but those are our 2 options. I will hook it up from upstairs. Right, this time we will take our debugger with us up to floor 4. Yeah, I don't want to order the cable down here yet, just in case we get the wrong one. Fairly sure it's Ethernet on the recycling floor, but we'll have to check. Come on, elevator. Yeah. And that's easy. Do we need to worry about the cheap cookie B2C.net? Let's have a quick look and see what these guys actually want, if anything. So these just do authenticate transaction. Okay, I'm gonna have a bit of trouble doing anything with those guys. Cooked beaver, what a name. Do we worry about hooking that phone up? I don't know. Thing is, I don't think I can easily. I need to. Right, we'll just place that there. Just so that we can put our debugger up. These guys only need a little cable, so we're just going to get them a small cable. 500 green. I'm not going to worry about that phone. I've decided we'll just get the recycling center set up first, and we'll worry about the phone later if we do need to ever worry about it. If they need to use the phone, they can go to another floor. So net address set, floor 4, provider 1 on. Set the DNS on it. Disable TCP. And then we want to map DNS map cheap as floor 4 provider 1 I can't reach DNS1 from there obviously. Do I have my cable yet? I do. That's fine. We'll do the DNS mapping in a minute. So let's do our tower link from to floor 0. What did I say? Ethernet RVNQ. I could place a port up here, a fiber port, but I don't think that's. I think that makes a lot of sense at the moment. Right, let's go back down. I guess in theory I could plug in there, and I don't actually need that anymore, do I? I was going to get rid of it, but it's hardly worth it. Right. So we need a green Ethernet. And that's going to be port 1, so let's go root, add floor 4, provider, just do floor 4 via port 1 on floor 0, provider router 1. And then we need to map the DNS as well. DNS map. Is it cheap cookie piece as floor 4 provider 1? Okay, that works. Get the cable. And that should bring the recycling center online. hope. How's this working? Well, they're happy. They have 3 visits out of 3, so I'm going to say that's working. Yes, our cooked beaver is working. Awesome. Everything seems to be working now, which is good. We're up to 352 for today, which is cool. That might allow us to add another floor on. Let's just have a quick watch of the DNS. How what's our capacity like on that? We're using about half of it. Well, that's cool. So we have scope to add more. So let's see, and we've also got 2,000. I think I said it cost about 1,300, 1,400 to onboard a new floor. We have SFTP, that's handy. Right, if we're going to onboard a new floor, it says it's a residential floor, right? Yeah. So straight away, let's just hook up that. That can go into port 3. So let's order 1,000 green. And then when we accept this, we know we're going into Port Saul. And actually I can probably, so that's port 3, so we'll add floor 5 consumer via 3 on right, that makes sense. And then we'll just plug it in, ready to go. I need to print off a couple of stickies. No, labels. So we want floor 4 to go there, and floor 5 to go there. Give me debugger. And we need to actually take on floor 5 first. Accept that build. Go up to floor 5. So that's going to be another provider there. There's a worker as well, so we've got a consumer and a provider by the looks of it. Maybe we can hook that into one of the other floors, that worker. That might be doable. We'll worry about that in a bit. Let's get this other floor on board, or hooked up. Right, so what do we have here? So we've got a casual dweller, we've got another phone. So we're 3 again. He's quite a way away. How far away is he? It's 2,000 is going to reach. That's cool. So we'll use that port. Then we have 1,500. Right. 2,000 would work for that, wouldn't it? So 2,000, 1,500. This guy's going to be 1,000. Not green though. Original. That's green as well. I want that to be original. This one is going to be 500. That can be green. And we need 2 power cables. We need a UPS. And we need a router. One of these guys. Right, let's get that in. We can set up our tower link. So our tower link is going to Riz. Awesome. So from floor 0, saw to floor 5, Riz. Set that up. Just gonna wait for our goods to arrive. I guess I can start configuring these guys. So set floor 5 2 on 79262. DNS1 on. I mean, I can probably just do that. DCP disable guy as well. Can I reach over there? Nope. Well, that guy's set up at least. Can we... Oh. Okay, plug in there. That looks like it's gonna fall down. I haven't got any cables. Our cables now. Put that up there. Right, so let's plug that in. Plug that in. Zero, is that gonna reach? Just about. 2,000 was this guy all the way over here, wasn't he? Did I miss the cable for the phone? Another 1,000. Okay, let's get another one of those. Right, that still leaves us with 1,000. That's good. Right, so if to save me trouble, I could just add that via one on. I haven't given this a name yet. 22698. Let's set floor 5 1 on Right now, as for this guy here, because I've added the route on port 0, on port 1 rather, this should work. Actually, what I probably want to do is route default via 0 on floor 5. Nifty Gorilla, we are going to call net address set 5 1 DS1 on that guy as well, and so we'll do HCP. So that guy should be ready to go as well. This guy's ready to go. Need to route add floor 5 consumer 1 via port 1. Did I add the route for the second guy? No. Let me do that. Route move. We don't need that guy anymore. Route add 5 consumer 2 via port 2. And then do the same for 3. Difference is I need to add that via 3, just so we can set it up. Because we're going to need to give it its network address. Floor 5, consumer 3. And then give me its DNS. Turning off DHCP just to stop unnecessary traffic. So you see that port was overloaded there. Why is that overloaded already? That's interesting. I've not even plugged the phone in yet. Route add 45 phone 1 via 4. And I'm gonna give this guy DNS and a network address as well. Set 45 phone. What was this? 26843. Unplug there. Right, these guys should all be working now. He says. Let's have a quick look. So, says he's not satisfied. He is satisfied. Right, I think we're going to need to upgrade this tower link. But he's working at least. Okay, let's upgrade that tower link. So these two, so that's the one going to floor 1 is overloaded now, so let's upgrade that link first, and let's do the same with this one. Right, that should make them happier. No, it says he's not satisfied. So consumes authenticate transaction or facilitate banking and not read text, view image, or stream audio or stream video. Okay. So these are working. I suspect the reasons it's not always working is it's probably DNS. Right, happy that we got those guys all working. Yeah, let's go back down to the bottom. This is, I bet if we have a look downstairs, the DNS server's overloaded. $6.23 earnings today. It's much better. It's like we're earning the most money from floor 2, and that's the that's where the chatter thing is. Right, let's plug in over here and just see what's going on. I'm gonna guess DNS is overloaded, although it doesn't look like it. It did say so it is overloaded, but it's, what is it, the port that's overloaded? What does it say? Overload, just says overload, but it's on the port. How can I fix that? Maybe I just need to do it on 1. Why is that overloading that port? That's weird. Because it's got enough queries left. Hey, Blood Raider. Yeah, duct tape everything. Right, that's I'm a little bit concerned about that because I don't really know how to fix that. Maybe it's because I don't have this plugged straight into the DNS. Maybe that's the problem. and that's causing additional traffic. In theory, I don't need it plugged into two different routers. So let's route show or 40 provider router 1. Is it power over network? No, nothing's power over network. Everything has to be plugged in and turned on. Right, so DNS on port 4. Gonna remove that mapping. Route remove 1 on 40 provider router 1. Right, so now that's not working. Hopefully everything still works, because they should be going via this consumer router now. Now can I? No, it's too long. What is this? Is that a 200 and that's a 500? Okay, let's see if I can just plug that straight into the DNS server. Maybe that will help. No, it's still saying overloaded. But it's not the service, it's not the program that's overloaded. It's the port. Anyhow, I think that's better. Yeah, I think that works better. Now, whether I still need the database plugged into the provider router, I don't know. That is a big question. Yeah, probably not. But if I were to map that to a service, because what does Padu do? Program describe Padu v1. It does store text, store image. Okay, so it does store text and store image. What do these guys want? Store text and store image. Do they want that at all? No. Are these guys? No, they're not looking for that either. Okay. Well, surprisingly, everything does seem to be working at the moment. So I guess I should take that as a win. And we've got $999 left. And I can look at taking on another floor. And hopefully we don't completely overload our DNS server. That would be good. What's our load on here yet? 368. Okay, so we've got plenty of headroom on the data center UPS. Right. Now, as far as downstairs goes, I think we're looking at this one, FGJA fiber. And then in case we go that one, it's ACCN Ethernet. Right, we'll go up to floor 5. Floor 6 even. And now we've got floor... Yeah, okay. Another utility provider floor and a residential floor. Nice. Now, what I will try and do is if we have consumers on floor 6, I will try and route them to another floor so that I'm not having to use one of these Ethernets down here for it. If we have capacity, and I think we do have capacity on one of the other floors, residential floors, we can just, if we just got one consumer, we can just route it through. Go. Right, so what do we have here? We have a secret earwig, which is literally just going to be straight Ethernet, and then software Nexus. How long is that? Because if I can do that without actually... Okay, I think we can do that. Oh, I can't plug into that guy. Right. Yeah. So let's order our cables because this is just going to be cables. We want a 200 in green for this one. And we want fiber. Did I say 1500 for that? No. Okay, fiber 3000. I wonder why they've got 2. Why do they have 2 ports? Don't know. Right, anyway. This guy, address set, floor 6, consumer 1, on 7. Set DNS1 on 4.6 consumer 1. TCP disable on floor 6 consumer 1. And I can't do the other one yet. Copy all his stuff. We'll copy all his stuff. Right, let's do the tower links. I don't know where I want to take that one. Floor 6. Where is our other consumer floor? Okay, we'll worry about that in a minute. Floor 0, where was the fiber? FGJA to floor 6. Right. So fiber. Eek. plug this guy in. And I think we need to go down to, let's have a look at our surveyor. Where's a residential floor? Floor 5 is residential. Let's go to floor 5. Okay, so where's our other... Christ, it's all the way there. Can I just get Socketeer? How much is it going to cost me to add a new port in? $500. Sure. Confirm. Right, let's order the cable then. So we're just gonna literally go there. So that's a 200. Green. Now that's going to be floor 0. And that's going to be floor 6. Sure. Now I can add on port 5, route add to floor 6 consumers. Consumer 1, sure. Via 5 on 5. Consumer retail 1. Then we need to link that port to that one. Right, so that should be good. In theory, that now has that guy working. Oh, it won't, because we need to actually add the route for that in the basement as well. So if we don't add the route for that in the basement, he's not going to work, because basement needs to know he's got to come up here. And then we need to configure the other provider. Okay. So this is floor 5 and 6 now. Okay, right. Route add floor 6 consumer via, where's he plugged into? 4? 3. 3 on floor 0 to 1. Right, and then we need to get this guy. Oop. Close the app. Need to get this guy 1000 fiber, which in true fashion we don't actually have a 1000 fiber. Let's get our tower link done though. That's... Oh, I already hooked that up to floor 6. Right, so that's port 6 on there. So route add floor 6 provider via 6 on 0 provider route 1. Awesome. Now I'm also going to need to where's our guy on here? This one. Copy the hardware address. We're going to have to add a route via 6 on that as well. So then I need to connect sets floor 6 provider 1 on that. Set his DNS floor 6 1 CP disable on floor 6 provider 1. Then we also need to DNS map the site as 46 provider 1 on DNS 1. Why can't we reach DNS 1? What? Try it again. Okay, I think our DNS server is a little bit overloaded at this point, but that did work. So let's just check our. Oh, we've got 2 residential floors to accept. Check our surveyor. Okay, these are working. These guys are offline now, so we can't check them. Hang on, where's floor 6? Floor 6 is there. Okay. So, right, they also want to talk to someone, so that's good. So they're using our PBX for that. Floor 6. This guy is wanting to stream live video. Right. Okay. Well, that's going to need a new server. So how do we do stream live video? Program list. RTSP Diva. Program describe RTSP Diva R. That's not got stream live video, right? So what's stream live video? Program describe Padu V2. No. Will the VoIP server do it? No. So how do we stream live video then? Okay. Again, I guess we can't actually do that yet then. Right, the rest of these guys seem to be reasonably happy though. Yeah, you should be reasonably happy. We're gonna make 1,000 today, which is cool. So we should be able to onboard another floor. Proposals do we have here? So this is PoemsDB. 4 store text per tick. How much is that? So that is basically almost, yeah, this is going to cost 200. And that's fine. I think we should do that. So 4, 6 and 4. I don't know how big that is. I don't think that's gonna, I think it's too big for that. We'll activate that anyway. Let's have a quick look. Watch. So we need 4, 6 and 4. It's got 4 CPU. Six storage. Hang on. Program describe PoemsDB, right? So this is basically 4 times better than that. And it will go on here. So program remove Hadoop v1 database, program install PoemsDB on database. Oh, so it's able to do DNS replies itself. What? Oh, I see. Network load traversals per tick. So, right. So that's why the DNS server is being overloaded because. Right. So these little boxes can only do 16 traversals a tick. So I might need to upgrade my DNS server to a bigger box in order to not have that issue. Right. What if I watch PBX then? How many traversals a tick does that box have? 28. Right. So if I get another one of those Boulder Pluses to replace my DNS server, that should do what I want, right? 28. What other options do we have? That's 24, but that's super expensive. It's a Boulder Plus. And that will do 52 traversals a tick. That is way bigger than we need. Right, let's just get a Boulder Plus then. This guy, 1020. I'm gonna have an issue here, aren't I? How do I configure it? Should I put it up there? I don't think the Boulder Pluses are rack mountable. I'm gonna have to get a power cable. But, right. Yeah, I don't want to turn DNS off while I set the new one up. That would be a bad idea. Especially as I... Yeah. Yeah, get a power cable for it. Can I... Does it make sense to put that up? So that is... Oh, it's sometimes rack mountable. Do you think that makes sense, putting the DNS all the way up there? It's kind of an important server, right? But then it's got to go all the way down there, so... That's 1,000 red. That's got one of those in the cart. 1,000 red. Like that as well. Hey, workshop. I can't actually. Like this is as good as it gets. Unfortunately, we don't have the luxury of being able to tidy up the cables. They just hang loose. Is what it is. Right, come on, give me my cables. Oh. There's someone tapping on the door then. Oh, there's a power cable. Right, we'll plug him in there. Right, now let's get this guy set up. 28219, so net address set DNS1 on 28219. Program install DNS server on DNS1. Right, I think let's move the label. You're now DNS. That's not going to reach. That wasn't planned very well. I'm sure I... Did I not do that? Close that app. That's a... Okay, maybe it will stretch. Fine. Right, a new reach as well. Okay, so that should mean this one is now decommissioned. Don't need him anymore. And we have a spare server. Is everyone still working? Yes. And our DNS server is no longer overloaded. Okay, cool. Hey Tega, this is it's called Tower Networking Inc. and you take the role of I guess a network administrator in a fictional tower. So we have like consumers and what does that say? Consumers and producers. So essentially like users and websites, and we need to provide the networking to allow them to work. Let me just see what that said there. So let's just there's an issue with our DNS server. Watch DNS1. I think it said app program capacity. Right, so can I install another DNS server on there? On this one, can I do that? It's already installed. Program install. Can I just put DNS Lite on there? Will that like alleviate the load a little bit? Would it start using stacks from DNS Lite? It doesn't look like it will, does it? It only has... Oh no, it is. It should just work. Right, so that gives us a little bit of leeway. Now the next step would really be to have a router just for DNS. But that does kind of... I mean, is that working, or is that basically just instead of using all of DNS server, it's using 3 from DNS Lite as well? It's never ever going over 20, is it? That's frustrating. Yeah, it's only ever going to 20. Right, so I think having DNS Lite on there is doing nothing. Yeah, that's not really doing anything. Now we do have another server that could do DNS. Potentially. Now this was one of those ideas where I could add this. So these ports are also overloaded for floor 4 and floor 5, but that's actually floor 5 and 6. So let's just tear that. And let's need to print a new label for that. Floor 5 and 6. Let's have a look at our links. So floor 5 is capping out. Floor 4 is capping out. Floor 4 is our recycling centre. We're going to need to upgrade that one. Really, you're coming to London? Yeah, I've just been to Cyprus last week, and I packed travel adapters and all sorts, and then got there and realised that actually it's just UK plugs. Right, let's upgrade this one as well. Now, I think we can alleviate some of this traffic by moving that DNS server upstairs, and I can do that. I think do that and give us a little cable as well. Let's see if I can put this on floor 5 and do DNS there. So if I can do that, that will hopefully take some of the load off this one, because this is at program capacity. But oh, hang on, am I plugged in? Okay, my debugger's plugged in down here. That's good. No, but if you're in London, you probably will find that there's stuff going on. Not like it would be out in the sticks here, but let's get rid of that. Right, we can plug this. Whoa! Plug this guy in here. Power surge alert on floor 1. Okay, well we've got UPS, so we should be fine, right? So now let's on root add DNS1 via 7 on floor 5. Consumer router 1. So that means so if I watch 16385, that should be, oh, that's not going to work. Of course it's not going to work. I'd need to add the routes for that, and I'm not sure it's necessary. But by putting this DNS server here, that's serving floor, so that port's overloaded, just serving floor 5 and 6. How is that thing? How's that port being overloaded? Hang on. Let's just check that everything on floor 5 is set up correctly. So no DHCP. Right, that's fine. What about you? No DHCP. These guys are just very, very busy, clearly. And this one, DNS should be working there. Maybe I give him. Actually, giving him 2 ports isn't going to make any difference because. Wow, so between floor 5 and 6, they're maxing out the DNS server. That surprises me. Let's just have a look. Watch floor 5, consumer router 1. That's all the traffic. Port 7. Oh. That's an issue. So because this guy needs... I guess that's not really helping the traffic, is it? Because maybe if I put DNS... No, that's still... If I put DNS Lite there, it wouldn't be able to cope. I think it's because it's having to do the read from the database that it's kind of overloading with traversals. Otherwise, there's nothing unexpected on the other guys, so okay. I wonder whether I've got my phone set up correctly, because I'm sure it's fine. That's got to be working better than it was, right? I mean, everything's 100%, so, well, was 100%. I'm not sure why that's not going to work, because I don't have anything to provide that. But otherwise, everything else should be working. How much money were you making today? 12.40. And it's only 8 in the morning. I mean, I think that's good. Right, I'm gonna leave that like that. Let's take on let's take on the utilities. Floor 7. My wife is messaging. Right. Let's see what we have to hook up here. We got a phone in a really awkward spot. Utilities down there in a really awkward spot. Okay. Do I worry about the phone? What do these guys actually want? It's consuming update software. I don't think I need to do. Yeah, I'm not going to plug the phone in. What we got? 2000. Let's just order a cable. 2,000 green. Scheduled power outage on floor 6. Issue a network outage notice. All users on the floor become inactive at the start of day 4. They will resume activities at the start of day 5. Okay, I won't do that. We have a UPS. And actually, I don't even think there's any power on floor 6. KXGU, okay. Go all the way to the bottom. Wonder why you've got a power socket down there. I have to wait a while for the lift. I think you'll find that probably loads of people will be drinking Guinness and wearing green. Excuse me. Come on, we can almost go down to the bottom. Right, we need to hook up to our consumer router, so we need to go from our provider network, right, to there, so we need 1,000 green, another 1,000 green. I guess that will work as well. What's that? ACCN. That's that tower link. Floor 0. ACCN to floor 7. That link set up. You're not keen on the St. Paddy's Day then? I wonder why that's red. Is that red because we have a power outage? Come on, stop moving. Right. So route add floor 7, provider 1 via 4 on floor 0, provider router 1. Now that guy is, I also need to add the route for his hardware address because I haven't actually set him up, A6923. And then we can do net address set floor 7 consumer 1 on 693. Net DNS set DNS 1 on floor 7. Really? Why not? What did I do? floor 7 provider. Oh, right. And then no, okay. I set his network address wrong. He's not a consumer, he's a provider. Let's do it there as well. Okay, net DHCP disable on floor 7, provider 1. And then I need to DNS map Kiwi as floor 7, provider 1 on DNS 1. Ooh, this is a good point. How's that going to work for the other DNS server? Are they just going to use a global address, or? Okay. Because this one. Hang on. So floor 5 and 6 is there, isn't it? So root edge 16385 via 3. And then do the same via 7 on floor 5. Now can I watch? Okay, well it's doing things. Now I need to do that on 6385. What would I know you can, because I literally just watched it. Anyway, yeah, this network load is at the max. Hopefully that means that everything is kind of working, apart from this tower worker that wants to stream his CCTV footage. Hey Syrian, how's it going? So he wants to stream CCTV footages. I wasn't talking to you, Siri. Which makes me want to say that we don't have a program for that, do we? I mean, I would like to think it's this, but that's not. Allows surveillance accessories to be connected to produce stream live video uses. Yeah, but we don't have any surveillance accessories. I don't know whether it was your name or whether it was something else that I said. I'm not sure. Okay, anyway. We should be doing well now. 14:27 for the day. And we're still in the morning, so that's good. Right. So do we take on another floor? I have spots for consumers. Oh, that's clever. So let's do this. Of course, the higher up I go, the slower stuff gets. In theory, I can move that server. Oh, what did I unplug? How did that unplug? Okay, that's fine, right? I feel happier with it down there, just because it's where it should be. Let's make sure I haven't broken anything. No, that's good. Right, let's take on another floor. So what's this, floor 9 or something? Hang on, I need to label that floor. That's floor 7, right? Hang on. Let's take a floor. And I'll start the elevator. It's going to take forever to get down here. So this is floor 7. Okay. ONLJ, right. I really should hook that up before I go, but let's see what we've got. Maybe I can. 1500 green. It'd be nice for that to arrive before the lift does. No, it's not gonna. How long can I wait before the door's shut? Fine, we'll just go up. Right, what do we have here? I think I probably should hook the phone in on this floor. Oh, we have fibre here. That might be an idea. Oh, he's fibre. Okay, so this is going to require a different solution then, but that's fine. So let me get a shelf. I think putting shelf there has to be the play. We will get ourselves our UPS first. Now, in terms of routers, I think if we go with one of these Disco Nanos, that means I can have that consumer go in there, or in there, the downlink to the basement off port 0, and then I've got 3 Ethernet ports for 1, 2, 3, or potentially hooking up another floor. If I wanted to do that, hook up another floor, that's not going to be enough, is it? Power cables, we want one of those and one of those. Right, the price difference is $70 for a little bit of cable. Okay, network cables. It's got to be 1,000, right? Yeah, but that's the wrong. It's 1,000 fiber. Except there is no 1,000 fiber. It's 1,500. That could be a 500. And we're gonna want. And there's no 1,000, is there? It's 1,500. Green. Fire. No. I bet I can't order a green one and an original one. Right, we'll leave that for now. So we want 1,500. What's this? 2,000? Sure. Right, let's check that out, and then we'll get our green fiber. 1,500 separately. Okay, Tager, thanks for stopping by. I will catch you again, hopefully sometime soon. Enjoy your trip to London. Yeah, unfortunately we can't actually sort out any of these. I didn't make a note of the fiber link, did I? I just assumed it was going to be... Oh, the problem with a fiber link is that means I would have to plug these guys into the provider router and not the consumer router. I'm not sure that really matters, but it does. It's not ideal, is it? I guess that will work, won't it? We've only got a really short cable for this, so it needs to kind of stay nearby. I should be setting these guys up, shouldn't I, really? I could do that. It's this guy. Net address set 4.8.2 on 5.3.4. He's done. He not address sets 4.8.2.3 on that guy. There's one on this guy. Disable on. So he's working as well. Just can't do the other one. I could do the phone, potentially. Right, this is where this doesn't fit. Oh, it does fit. Right, we'll go port 0 to that one. JSXU 4.8 JSXU. $500 Ethernet. You were there, right? Fibre optic. You were there. I've got to remember to turn you on. That's the thing. I forget to turn these things on, and then wonder why nothing's working. Okay. And now I don't have anywhere to plug my debugger in. Alright, let's unplug the phone for now. What happened to that cable? Did I put it back in the box? Okay. Right. Root default. No, hang on. Right. Net address set. 4.8. Consumer 1 on this guy 15781. Root default via 0 on 1. And then I'm going to have to add that as a root file 1 on consumer router 1. Then I just add so that means I should have the route to this. So I should be able to set his network address to be that, and then on consumer 1 and disable his DHCP. Right, so he's set up, and now I just need to add the routes for 4.8 consumer to right. And 3 as well. And then phone 43718. Oh yeah, 4. Do that. And then just in case I remember to set it, in theory I can address set 4.8 phone 1 on what? 43718. Yes. And disable the DHCP on it. Right, and then I can unplug and plug you back in. Right, and that floor should now be working. It will be working once I do the links. I haven't done I need to do the routing, but otherwise it's working. The only thing is I'm wondering whether I should have got a bigger router here. I might need to change the router. Because if I set up the floor above, I might just want to hook it into this floor as well. But the problem with that is I don't actually have the ability to do that anymore. Unless I yoink the phone and plug in via port 4. That might be doable. J-pop, okay. Let's get this hooked up first. I haven't actually seen a CCTV camera. At least I don't think so, unless Tower Worker is CCTV. Right. So this is where things kind of, if I really wanted to plug them into the consumer router, I don't have the right ports on it, so that's not going to happen, is it? And it seems a bit silly to do. Let me just check what's going on with this. Watch 40 consumer router 1. Oh, I'm not plugged in. I haven't plugged in. That would be useful. If I did that, I might be able to see stuff. Right, let's try that. Just curious what the network load's like. It looks like we've still got plenty. Huh, okay. And what about the provider one? I'm pretty sure the provider network has got, yeah, that's a much bigger one. Now, if I were to get another one of these routers for my consumer, like that could work, couldn't it? Would I be out of ports? I would. Or would I? Because I could link them together with fiber instead of Ethernet. We're running out of space no matter what. Let me just get, it's not going to make much sense, but I'm going to just plug it into my provider router just to get them running. So what's that? Oh, it's typical 1000, so I need a 1500 fiber. Get them running. And then we need to TPTC, so we've got tower link, floor 0 to floor 8. What did I say it was going to? JSXU. Oh, that's the other one. Okay, we don't need that one yet. So we need to add floor 8 consumer via 7 on floor 0. Okay. It which makes no sense, but I'm doing it anyway. Right. Do those guys work now? Where's my floor 8? Okay, there we are. Okay, so they're all working now. Whew. In theory, they're all working. There's obviously intermittent DNS issues. Yeah, okay, well, it is working. Cannot connect to floor 4 provider 1. Why not? I mean, he says there's no DNS service, but it's working and he's getting uses off them, so okay. So we've spent all of the money that we're going to earn today. Let's just check our tower links, make sure nothing is particularly overloaded. So that link that we just added is already, looks like we need to up that. This, they're in danger of to floor 2. Wait, what? Oh, that's the provider. Okay, so this is a provider link. Okay. The average traversal is 5, which is nowhere near 20, but it obviously has hit 20 at some point. These ones are a little closer, we have a lot more usage on those. Okay, that one's a little bit concerning, but I'm sure that's fine. Okay. Tower E. Everything's coming down to the basement pretty much, apart from these odd couple of floors. Now I'm thinking if we add a floor 9, we should be able to hook that into floor 8. However, I kind of underspec the router for that. These proposals haven't changed yet. They're changing on day 6. Okay. Reroll proposals. Okay. Let's do that. More proposals for the cable. Right. We'll do that. Don't care about the power thing. Padu v3. Produce 4 store text, store image, store audio, store video. But we have Poems DB, which is smaller and also does 4. Text, image, audio, and video. Store video. But it's not stream video, is it? Right, floor 2 is overloaded again. And that's at capacity as well. Okay. I don't know that we want that. I mean, it does more, right? Text, image, audio, video. Describe. What's Poems DB do? Just a store text. And this needs store text. Which is fine, right? Where did I put that other DNS server? I put it on floor 5, didn't I? I mean, it kind of says this isn't working, but it should be working. Hang on. So, what was it? 16385. Is that the other DNS server? It's not this one, is it? Right. Yeah, and then just program remove. No, actually, I'll leave it on there. So it is answering. Okay. I just thought that maybe it wasn't able to get to this this Poems DB server, but it obviously can. It's just been slammed. How are we doing so many DNS queries? Am I going to need to take another loan? How did I go to... Oh, it's because I just re-rolled the thing, didn't it? That's why. I spent all my money. Right. Let's get... another loan. How much should we get? Should we get... Let's get that one. Sure. And let's pay back that one. It's fine. I've got 1,000. But we have a much bigger loan now. But we're going to get 1,600 today, so that's good. Question is, do I take on another floor with 3 more users on it? That's going to blow through that budget there. In theory, I have ports left on my consumer router, and I've also got something left there. What I don't have is DNS capacity. But hey, everybody else seems reasonably happy. Let's Let's take them on. We've got a bank coming next. Right, let's go to floor 9. Floor 9. I wonder where I should hook this up in preparation. No. I have a feeling I might be able to wire that into a different floor. But we will see. So how much did we get paid for taking them on early? $500. Okay. 330 for a cable. That's ridiculous. Was that the fibre? That must have been the fibre. Right, so what do we have here then? So this is all Ethernet. Okay. That should be reasonably easy then. Except these guys are very far apart. Oh, you git. Really? Oh, no. Come on. Are you being serious right now? That clearly reaches. Oh dear. It's fine. It's not fine. It's not fine. I hate this. Right. Okay, what are we ordering for this floor? We have 4 Ethernets that we need to hook up. What do these guys actually want to do? Read and post messages and banking. And he wants to do the same thing. And he wants to do the same thing. Okay. Alright, we'll just set this guy up to start with. Floor 9. 2. Okay, he's done. Floor 9, phone 1. Don't know whether that's strictly necessary, but fine, and I can set this guy up as well. Floor 9 on number is he? 6323. What do you mean it's not accessible? Is 86323. What do you mean? Floor 9, consumer 3 on. I'm literally plugged in. Oh, because he's offline. Okay, well, I should have ordered my stuff anyway. Right, I think the big question is going to be which router do we go with? And I think we're going to need to go with one of these. Does that make sense? Maybe. Okay, we'll have one of those. I am gonna completely use whatever budget I have available here, but I think that makes sense. We have, yeah, I don't think all these actually just work as hubs. They're not what we want. Power cables, we'll get 2 of those. Actually get 3 of those. UPS. I think I want to get a server up here as well. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to link the floor below to this floor. I think that's probably my best bet. Servers. Oh, hang on, peripherals there. Storage. Data wiper. Okay, but there's no. Alright. So, if I were to get one of these, that would allow me to put a DNS server up here as well. $161 watts. My life. What does this say? Penalty if it exceeds 7.2 kilowatt hours. I don't know whether that will. I'm guessing not. 161's a lot though. Okay. That might be the one. It's more expensive. Lower power consumption there. 2200. This has got fibre on it. Maybe this is the server I should be using for my DNS downstairs. Although I don't know, because like at its best, the DNS server can only do 20 replies, right? So not sure where the benefit is there. Home lab equipment. Okay, let's not worry about the server just yet. I think I'm going to need to get one of these. Yeah, maybe I do. Let's just get it anyway. Let's just get it anyway. So we want, this is going to be 2000. That's going to be a 500 green. $1,000, and this is going to be 1,500. Right, gets us some stuff anyway. I still need to configure. So this is to IFJL. IFJL. So what? Floor 8, JSXU. Let's view the links then. Which one's that? Floor 8. It's fiber, okay. Okay. I think we can do something with this. Maybe I should put a rack up here. Is that going to be better? Because that's not... It's more expensive, is it? Isn't it? It's tempted to get rid of the shelves and put a rack in there. Come on, give me all my cables. Or give me the router. Yeah, that does kind of want a rack, doesn't it? Let's do that. What do you mean I can't remove that? Left click to select. I want to remove that. Okay, we can't. Can I do that one then? Okay, I can put that there. sure. Because then we can do that. Do I have my cables yet? Right. Perfect. I know where to plug you in now. Only problem is that's now not long enough. Oh my god. Why? Why do I do this to myself? Can I put that? I can put that a little bit lower. Oof. Steady. Right, okay. Jeez. This will hook into port 3. This is an interesting one. Right, I don't have anywhere to plug my debugger into. No, we're over there. Only place I can plug in is over there, and that cable doesn't reach the floor. 2000. I think that goes there. That goes there. And that one goes there. I've blown it again, haven't I? I don't have enough ports. Genius. I'm gonna have to, but the thing is, if I do that, then I don't have anywhere to plug the server into. Okay, I bought completely the wrong router. Unless I just don't plug the phone in. Why has that got a network port on it? Oh, because I was hovering over the port itself. What do we have? We clearly need a bigger router, or maybe another router. If I get that one, will it? So what's the difference there? That one will do 60 traversals, that one will do 125. So if I get that one and put it in there, that will give me the extra ports, won't it? But then I don't have enough power. I need a power expander. There's a lot of network equipment going on this. Let me get the. Gonna have to get a long DC adapter. I need to get a power expander. I get one like that. I need some red network cables. Alright, we'll do that, see how that works out. And I don't have that hooked up downstairs yet. Come on, give me the rest of it. Right, is this going to fit in the rack? Oof. Is that where I want it? I didn't buy a power cable for that. Everything takes so long to get to the 9th floor. I think I'm going to be well under the 7.2 kilowatt hours. That must be just to stop you doing like full data centers. Oh good, that slots there quite nicely. I like that. I think I'm also going to need a little fiber cable. Only needs to be a little one, and that can be red. How much money have I got? How much money haven't I got? Where are the rest of my cables? God. That could now, in hindsight, have been a small cable. Beautiful. Turn you on as well. Come on, stop falling out. Right, that is going to have to go. You know what? Let's put you down there. And you down there. Put the DNS on that one. Well, now I'm going to have to figure out how I'm configuring all of this. And then I need, where's my red fiber cable? Load 250 watts, is that what that says? It's only a 200 watt, oh genius. Right, so I need a bigger UPS. Perfect. Perfect. I guess I better order that as well. It's going to be this one, isn't it? $800 watts. Or that one, but that's 2,200. So expensive. That's 2,000. Jeez. Well, my rack's not big enough for the UPS as well. Unless I move the server onto the shelf. You know what? do that. We'll do that. Right. Get rid of that. Right, now I need to figure out what the hell I'm doing here. So I'm gonna have to set that. So net sets floor 9 sumo router. I'm gonna call that router 2. Root default via 0 on sumo router 2. Now I can call this address set floor 9 sumo router 1 on that one. Have my cable yet? I have my UPS. Eek. Right. I feel like that's not actually in the rack. You know what? I don't care. Perfect. So that's not actually going to reach the socket. Oh, come on. Really? Genius. Right. Yeah, of course, because that's now not going to work. Why aren't you going in the rack? Oh, God. It's horrific. So that doesn't actually fit there at all. Do you fit in there? No, you're not rack mountable. Perfect. Just... I was sure you were going to disconnect. Right. Yeah, just do that. Does Socketeer allow me to move power cables, power sockets? No. Well, we can't do power sockets. Right. I feel like I just need a bigger rack. Maybe that's the answer. I'll give myself a bigger rack. Right. So hang on, if I can place one of those, why can't I remove it? That's weird. Yeah, like I can place one of those. Look, I can place one of those. Why can't I remove that one? Right, let's try that. Right, UPS is gonna have to go in the bottom. That just about works. Let's stick that there. That can go above it. That can go above that. I can barely see the top of it. Right, pop you in there. Where's my other power brick? Yep, you can go there. You need to go in there. Turn the lights off. Right, and you need to go off there. Right, I believe that's everything now powered on and plugged in. Will that reach? No. Genius. I mean, I could just do a fiber link here. Not a terrible idea. Okay. I think I need to do 2 fiber links. So I'm thinking about how much I'm spending at the moment. Right, we're going to put one there and one there. Right, in terms of, oh yeah, I'm not going to need that anymore. That needs to happen. I need 2. How far is that? We'll just get 2 of those. Right, these have lost their network addresses because I powered them off for so long. Hopefully not lost a route table though. So route show on 8. Okay, that's just got all traffic. That's fine. So port 4. Right, hang on. Address sets. Floor 9, consumer route 2 on 95538. Well, this guy has not. Why has he not had his stuff set? I'm sure I set him. Oh, I didn't because he wasn't available, right? So, route add odd. Consumer router 2. Now see if I can set him up as consumer 3. Okay. Right, so I think I need to disable DHCP on that. And now I should be able to address it as consumer 3. That's worked. Oh yeah, we have the phone. Phone can go in there. Yeah, phone can go in there. Is that set? Right. Root, add floor 9, phone 1, fire 3 on floor 9, consumer 2. Do I have my cables? Scheduled power outage on floor 9. I haven't finished setting it up yet. You can't power out me while I'm still setting up. That's not fair. Right. So the idea here is I connect floor 8 to floor 9. And then floor 9 to floor 0. Is everyone still happy? Tower worker's not happy. He's consuming lots of uses, so I'm going to say he's fine. Right, let's get the routing done on this. So let's make him, so NAT address sets, we'll make this floor 9 consumer route 1. It's going to be the main router. On 28628. Now I think I need to configure this guy. He's not had any configuration at all, so he's on port 0. So root add that via 0 on consumer router 1. Right. Now net sets floor 9 consumer 1 on whatever that was. Root add floor 9 consumer 1 via 0 on floor 9 consumer. Right. So that's port 0 configured. I need to do root default via. Where are we going to go? Via 6 it's going to have to be. Sumo router 1. So that means this SDRH, so floor 9 SDRH needs to go down to floor 0, and then floor 9, what's the other one? SQTY needs to go to floor 8. Okay. So now if I, let's port 7, root add floor 8 consumers via 7 on floor 9 consumer router 1. Now I then also need to, so floor 9 consumer 3. So we add floor 9 consumer 3 via 5 on that second router, on the first router, router 1. And then I also need to set phone 1 same way. Did I do all my setup on this? I don't think I disabled DHCP, did I? No, DHCP. And I didn't set DNS. 49 consumer 1. Let's do that before I forget. DNS set S1 on. Now, port 1, hang on, root show, floor 9, consumer router 1, show. So I haven't configured port 1 yet. Right, we add 9 2 via 1 on to 1. Now the only other thing is DNS, so I should be able to EU 98478 address set. I'm going to call that DNS1 as well. I don't know whether that's a bad idea. It should be fine. It should work. Right. Program install DNS server on plugged into it. Can I install Padu as well on the same thing? Padu v1. Right, that should work. And then port 4, we add DNS1 via 4 on 49 consumer 1. Okay. I think that's fine then. Let me just print thing. Sticky prints. Oh, DNS. What did we say? SDRH, that was floor 0. And that's going to go to floor 8. I think that makes sense. I have surplus stuff now. Now, in theory, I can change the links. I can get this set up downstairs, and then I can change the link for floor 8. That's my hope. I need to take my debugger as well. Fingers crossed that's all gonna work. And there's a lot more installed on that floor than I intended. Like, we have 2 routers on here and a DNS server. But hopefully I won't actually have to go back up to floor 8 to sort that floor out. It should just work. Right, let's take my debugger. Now, I guess my problem is I'm going to have to... Oh no, I can just do it on port 7, right? So if I just do root add floor 9 consumer via 7 on floor 0 provider router 1, and then I just need to rejig the links. So tower links. Floor 8. Where's that floor 8 gone? It's there. So this one, I want to decommission this floor. And that's TPTC. Right, now I need to create a link. I need to create these links. So floor 9 SDRH to floor 0 TPTC, right? And I need to go floor 8 JSXU to floor 9 SQTY. Right. It should all be working now. 1 second. Okay, right, I think this is working now. How much money are we making for that? Wow, I've overspent by 4,000, but we're going to make 1,500 today. Yeah, we spent a lot of money there, but hopefully it's fairly resilient in theory. Now I do have another UPS, so I've got spare UPS, some more cables. Let's throw them cables up there. Okay. I mean, this is still well within the supply of that UPS. So we, I guess, are a fair way in terms of what we've got to commission another floor. What we don't have is money. And I think I'm coming unstuck on the money front because I'm going so slow. Because we're only on day 4, but let me fix. Let me just fix the time thing. We don't need to go slow anymore. We're on day 4, and we have a lot set up. Wow, it costs us $6 for every sticky label. What? I didn't know that. Why did it cost us 6? Right, so we've got an overload on that new link. Yeah, that is well oversubscribed. A floor 8 to that's floor 8 to floor 9 was seriously oversubscribed. We're gonna have to up this one as well. Why is that? Where are all those requests coming from to go from floor 8 to floor 9? A lot of these other ones are kind of maxing out. I wonder whether I should increase them. Oh, the power surge. I think we're okay at the moment. Some of these, maybe that one can go up. The rest I think are fine. Okay, right. What is, so the other one's a bank. If I'm gonna do that, I need to get more money, right? And how much are we making? 813. Why only 813? We're spending more on links now. And power. Floor 9 power theft. What? Hold on. Floor 9 consumer meter 1. How are we getting power theft? That's not cool. How can I do anything about power theft? How can I not root add floor 9 consumer 2 via 5? How do I watch? Port 4. It's on port 4. Debt warning. Okay, I know. But who's stealing all my power? Like someone stole $700 of power. How can I fix that? I'm gonna have to get a loan anyway. Another loan. We don't have power theft on there again. Wow, how do I get so many messages? Network worms, coordinated denial of service. Okay. Move them out using the program routine or the SFTP routine. Okay. Right, I need to figure out that. Are we getting new routers now? Oh, that's interesting. And we get a Boulder Plus Plus and an LB2. Okay. A load balancer. Yeah, okay. Right, and the rest of these we don't care about. Yeah. Okay, so what other routers do we have then? That one. That's not overly useful, but it is cheap. Maybe that's... yeah, okay, that is kind of cheap. That's not, but that could be a good one to replace this consumer router with. Yeah, because then we can do fiber between the two. I have those two ports which need to come on as fiber, and then we've got 3 Ethernets and a DNS. Okay, yeah, so that might be a good option to replace this consumer router. What's the 162 traversals? Okay. Right. I need to keep an eye out for that power theft thing again. Because whoever it was stole $700 worth of power. And now we have no power on floor 9, so screw them. Okay. Well, that's interesting. We're at 4.6 kilowatt hours on this floor, and the other floors have a limit of 7.2. So we're actually running quite a lot down here. So it feels like we're running quite a lot. Let me just check everyone is still happy. I mean, if everyone's still happy, so we're going to start getting worms and stuff. So the question is, how do we see if that's happening? Floor 0, consumer router 1. I'm hoping our UPSs are keeping up with all these power outages. UDP 67, that's DHCP. What's on port 5? Oh. DHCP disable on... I guess I'm always going to get that. Hold on, the dog's whining. What's wrong with you? Why are you whining? What? You messed your bed up. It's not my fault. Oh, what is she giving you? No, she shouldn't have given you that. Oh. She can't help herself, can she? She's got. You can't have it yet. It's still frozen. It's frozen. My wife's given the dog a frozen bone. It's frozen, mate. You can't have that. Right. Where are we? No wonder the dog was whining. He's getting brain freeze trying to eat his bone. Okay, everything looks good there at the moment. I'm assuming that they will tell us if we have bad actors on the network. Maybe. Okay. Right, how much do we have? Cash. 393. Now we have a UPS. That is the big expense. I'm going to take on floor 10. Which is this finance hub. No, Richie, you can't have it. It's frozen. It's frozen. Where's your other one gone? Right, we'll accept that. And let's go to floor 10. Oh, so this one we got an investor, an engineer, and then 2 unknowns. That's interesting. Right, let's go up to floor 10, see what's going on up there. Be patient. ATMs, bank. Can we just do that with a fiber link? I think we can, you know. Like, what else do we need here, really? Has this got a limit? 7.2. I mean, I guess. Right, let's just see how long this cable needs to be. Not entirely sure why we have 2 fiber ports there. 93. Right, so we need 2000 fiber. I think we can do that. Network cable, fiber optic, 3000. Okay, we'll make that green. It's going to cost us 60. That's fine. What else do they need? Do they need to do phone or anything like that? Because if they do, then floor 10. Right, so they do, so I'd better hook the phone up as well. Right. Okay, I think we can do that. We're raking it in. There's that fiber cable. Right, I think I'm gonna try and hook this down to hook the phone down to floor 9. I mean, actually, I could do that. No, that needs to go down to floor 0, I think. So UQCO. So floor 10 UQCO. That's a phone. And then Weem. That's fiber. Let's go down to floor 9. I think I can hook the phone. Oh, but I didn't set the phone up. Shit. Okay, anyway. How long is that cable? Right, let's get a cable here. 1000. IFJL. Tower link. Floor 9 to floor 10. I don't know whether that's worth it, having a link for that. And I'll do it on that one. Port 2. Right, route add 410 phone 1 via 2 on floor 9. Oh, this is where it gets fun, I guess. Consumer router 2. And then I'm also going to have to add it to this one. We add 410 phone 1 via 5 on kind of need to do route advertising at this point. Can I go to 0? I think so. So floor 9. I haven't labelled these. That's floor 9, isn't it? There's port 7. Okay. Route add floor 10 and 1 via 7 on 40 provider router 1. Right, so that phone should work. Now I need to add. Oh, this is going to send me overdrawn again. How much money do I have? I have money. Okay. Socketeer. Yep, we'll have one of those. Place a fiber socket. There. And then tower link. What are you? KWDX. Floor 10 Weem. Do I have a green fiber? Nope. Nope. Okay, let's order one of those then. Like that guy. And we can. I haven't configured either of those up there, so I'm Yeah, okay. We add floor 10, provider 1 via 8 on provider router. Right, I think I'm going to have to go upstairs. We actually didn't need that at all, but let's go to floor 10. Because I need to... Oh, it's not going to work. Because... So that's 3502, and that's... Right. So what have I just done there? Floor 10, so I'm going to have to give him the number. Right. Now I should be able to set his name. Floor 10, provider 1 on 93748. Okay, that works. And now I need to DNS map. As 10 provider 1 on DNS1. Which hopefully just works everywhere. Net DHCP disable on floor 10. DNS set DNS1 on floor 10. Okay, now the interesting one is going to be this phone, because I don't think that's going to work. It is working. Okay. As long as they're satisfied there, I'm happy. I don't need to do anything else with that. I kind of do, but it's fine. Right. So they're happy. These guys aren't happy. We're in the process of migrating our back end for... Okay. But you're working, right? No. Yeah, no, it is working. I just think DNS is still an issue. Right. Seems fine. Please tell me no one else is stealing my power. Oh, new day. Okay. So we've got 3k. Can I repay a loan? Not quite. So we have day 7. Okay. Permanently reduce daily admin expenses by 30% at the cost of 600 up front. So if I do that and do that, that doesn't cost me 10%, it costs me less. So the cheaper cable price is 30% discounts. Okay. Sure. Whoa, floor 11 is now built. What's on floor 11? I don't see a floor 11. Oh, that's my new data center. Ooh, all this space. Okay. Right. Okay, that's handy to know. Yeah, okay. I don't like the fact that my satisfaction's dropping. I think this is purely DNS. And the only way I'm really going to solve that is by somehow sorting that out. Making sure we have enough uses of DNS. And I think maybe that's one case where we could use a hub and just have like 3 or 4 servers kind of doing their thing together. Right, I'm going to slow time down a minute just because I literally just want to spend a bit of time looking through the store and see what's been added. So let's see what we've got, because I'm fairly sure we've got like some new firewalls. So what's that? Inline network traffic monitoring and filtering. Okay. Ethernet tapper. Inline network tap with port mirroring produces packet traffic captures. Okay, various firewalls. So routers. That's a different one. So that's on Nano 2G. Yeah, that's the one that I was going to replace downstairs. Okay, so nothing much new there. Switches, sure. Servers. We had some new servers added. We had the Boulder Plus Plus, didn't we? Where's the Boulder Plus Plus? There, that's the Boulder Plus Plus. 48 traversals a tick. Power consumption. Okay. So I'm wondering what we would need for the video server stuff. I think we need like 10 storage. So actually the Boulder Plus Plus would be able to do that for us. How much money do we have? That would be all of our money pretty much. Any new peripherals? Nope. Please tell me we've got some different size fibre. This is cheaper now at least. No. It's just awkward sizes. Not so worried about that. UPSs. No. Okay. Right. Anyhow, I think that's a good place to stop right now. So we're on day 7. We are borrowing a massive amount of money, but we are cash flow positive. We got 2 residential floors to add. We've got 4 users on one and 3 on the other. Okay, that's good. And we have a new data center as well, so that's cool. Anyhow, I think I'm going to leave that there for the night. Thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you kind of enjoying this. It's interesting. I don't know whether you're able to keep up with what I'm doing. Just say if you're not, because I'm trying to explain it as I go, but what makes sense in my head may not necessarily make sense for you guys, so I don't know. But yeah, we have quite a few links set up. Everything seems to be working, so they're not 100% satisfied. Like, why is this guy having an issue? He's having an issue with everything. We do need to figure out this stream live video thing. See, it is working. Consumes stream live video. Maybe I'll try and set up that RTSP server and see if that works for that. Anyhow, I think that's a good place to finish. Let's just save the current game as stream 2. We'll overwrite that save. And we're day 7. I'm doing probably as well as I've ever done. Our average satisfaction is 81%, which is not bad at all. Anyhow, thank you for watching, guys. Should be a stream tomorrow. Today's Thursday today. Should be a stream tomorrow. I'm thinking I'll probably do Factorio tomorrow. And then maybe we'll come back to this on Saturday. But yeah, thanks for sticking around, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night, guys.